Right, this, as you can see, is my Wanhoa duplicator i3 with the side box, which obviously contains the power supply and the Meltsy board, which sits inside. Just sits inside there. So, and there's a standard power supply inside. I've got an extension I built on the back with a little fan unit in the back. So I'd modified that in the past because the fan for the Wanhoa, the original fan, was really noisy. So I put in again one of the larger. There's 120 mil knock to a fan in the back there, as you can see the colour of it. And I've done a few other mods to this machine, so it's a very good machine. I've been really happy with this. So my plan is to get rid of this box completely, because it's just difficult to move around, as I'm sure if you've got these machines you know, because this is sort of tethered to it, but it's a separate unit, but it's got a hardwired cable in there. So I'm going to take this box apart, take all the hopefully reuse the power supply in it, obviously not use the motherboard in it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the touch screen in there, whether I need that or not, whether I can reuse that with the with my Duet unit. I don't think I can, but you know, it's there anyway. And I'm going to, the idea will be to try and mount, or not to try, to mount this case with the new control board on the side of the frame here. And this isn't the power supply for you know, there's the power supply in there, but these are the sort of standard little power supplies in there, to mount that on the other side of the frame here, and screw it on, so the whole thing is liftable, so it will become much the same as my other printer in portability, which I'll just show you, which is the Prusa, which has got the power supply mounted on the side and the motherboard mounted at the back. It's not, you know, exactly the same, but that's the idea. So just go back to this one for a minute. So I'm going to take apart this. So I'll just pan over. I'm going to take apart this unit, which I've had apart in before when I've swapped out the motherboard in the previously. So they're not too difficult to take apart, but because I've got all this extra stuff on it, I'll just take a few more screws and disconnect all the cables, label them all up, and then if I move that, see if I can reroute all the existing cables to my new position here, or wherever they'll run to. We'll see how they run in the printer, but I'm fairly confident I can sort of reroute everything, so I'm not worried about that. It's more the software, I think. Upgrading will be the problem doing this, the actual setting up of the system. As I was mentioning earlier, the original Meltsy board has packed up twice. This was the first one. That was the first one, which was replaced under warranty. The problems I had with that were heating started stopping. It didn't heat up the print head properly, and also I lost comms on it. It would suddenly lose comms halfway through a print and just stop. Technology outlets sent the replacement instantly under warranty, so they were great with this, with the backup on this machine. Put it in there, and it's been working for another 6 months, and it packed up a couple of months ago. Exactly the same issue, so I'm assuming it's the board. This is a Meltsy V4.4. They're not getting fantastic sort of raves on the internet, you know, for reliability, so I think that is probably very much that's one of the shortcomings of the machine, but it's fine. It's been a really good machine. I really like this Wanhoa. So rather than replace that, which was about £80 to replace one of those, so I had the choice. I could either just spend 80 quid and go back to where I were, but I was a little bit concerned that 6 months down the line it will pack up again. So as I was mentioning earlier, my choices were to buy, I was looking on the various Wanhoa groups, and one of the ones a lot of people were going for was the RADS, which sits on an Arduino base, which I almost bought, but then you've got to buy the stepper motors, stepper motor drivers, and other bits and pieces. And by the time you add all that up together, it was coming up to about £100, so similar price, a bit more expensive than one of these. Then I had a look at the Duet Ethernet one, which was as I've shown earlier, which is that one, and this was 130, I think this was. So it's more expensive, but not massively more expensive. So, and this gets really good reviews. People love this thing from what I can work out. So I'm looking forward to getting that mounted in onto this thing.